program video, where today we're going to recover our Kerbals we have in space. I'm going to make just a regular old, not Mun launcher, not a launcher that uses the Mark III parts right now, which I will eventually make, hopefully an SSTO that can refuel later on, that I'll just be able to take off and land and park and then just create a little crew module that I can put all the Kerbals I need on there. Eventually I do plan on having like a refueling truck that will hook up to a refueling plant. I can just hook up to it, but we'll see about that. Alright, so now what I need to do, because I need 15 of the 16 Kerbals back, I'm going to need to create a 15-seater that can land on the Mun. So, let's see this now. I think it's 15 seats. Well, hello. Welcome, welcome. Alright. That's 3. With a big old blue parachute right here. Goodbye, one guy I was watching. 7, 11, 15. Hey, there's 15 seats right there. You notice I have no crew right now to add in, so I need to add a probe core to this. Which means goodbye parachute. Structural, I'll need the FLA10 adapter, as well as the pods, not pod, yeah, pods. This one right here, I believe, is the with the prograde retrograde, and then aerodynamics. Add a nose cone to that. Not that nose cone, small nose cone. Small nose cone to that. And of course, it's going to be named recovery vessel. Save craft. And what we're going to do is, because we can't do anything right now, it's not letting me. Return to Space Center, come back to it, and we'll see what's going on. I don't know why in the world it decided to be a pain like that. Well, this craft is going to land. It's going to take off, land on the Mun, come back, rendezvous with the whatchamacallit craft. There we go, that's better. Let's grab it and move it up. All the way up. Okay. So it's going to land on the Mun. Thermal. Give it the big... That's way too big. Big heat shield. Give it electrical, a bunch of batteries. Some solar panels. The 1x6 is not the electrical. The 1x6 is not the 3x2s. And set this up in a group of 6 with antennas, communications. Antennas, I just need, I'm just gonna go with this one because it's more aerodynamically sound. Set to 1. And that's solar panels, that's electricity. That's re-entry. Command and control. And utility. Parachutes. And we'll do sets of 3 around like that. Sets of 4 around like that. Around like that. And around like that. And with a thermal, an extra one of these things. Alright. So now, coupling. We are going to go with that style coupling. Set it in sets of 2. Like that. Okay. And fuel tanks. Set this right here. Now delta V to a vacuum and show all. Engines, we're going to use these little Terriers. So I just love the Terrier engines. 1,304 meters per second in a vacuum with a TWR, that's at Kerbin, the MUN of 2.95 on the MUN. Alright. With 1,300 meters per second. So I'm going to need a little bit more fuel there. Alright, I got 1,700 meters per second there. I got 2,100 meters per second there with a 2.17 TWR, which tells me 2,100 meters per second. Should easily be able to return from the MUN to wherever I needed to go. So, at 2,100 meters per second, I need 3,200 meters per second. 33, 17, 3,400 meters per second, at least here on this stage. So what we're going to do now is command and control, add one of these, add a nose cone, aerodynamics, nose cone, what I want to do now is set this guy right here, ground, set these landing gears like this, that way they're always set up right, and that gives me down to 2,000 meters per second. Retract, and retract. Then what I can do is hide this delta V thing, copy that, set it right there in a set of 1. That gives me 2,500 meters per second. know what? No. We're not going to have you. Right there. Coupling. This decoupler right here. This one will go up there. Okay. Fuel tanks. I'm going to add one of these large fuel tanks. This one right here. Payload of fairing. Command and control first. A fairing. And cancel placement. And enter stage nodes on just because. Engines. Structural, but we're gonna go with this, but singular like that. Or is there another one for that? Yeah, just the bell like that. I'll turn off interstage nodes for now. So now what that's going to do is I'm going to take this stuff right there, and this fairing gets 2,900 meters per second, and then when I do hold on now, get rid of this fuel tank, goodbye, it's too large a fuel tank. Let's go this fuel tank right here. Hold on, was that too large a fuel tank? Let's see. Might not have been. This is a smaller fuel tank already. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Start retracted. Structural, let's add some of these structural plates right here. Like that, except in a set of... Wow. You know what? Not gonna do that. I'm gonna do this though. In sets of 4. Let's go. And a set of 3 like that. Alright. Extended, retracted, okay. Like that. And then we have what? Alright. We have 2,500 meters per second there. And let's add fuel tanks. These things right here. To there. So now I have 2,600 meters per second, not a whole lot more, with a thrust to weight ratio of 3 and 4. Which should be enough, because if I can get to the mun on the next stage below, which I am going to add a payload, another one of these. Actually, should be able to just do coupling to right there, and then build fairing. Like that. Should be a nice fairing for that. Like, exactly like that. Alright. And then we'll add our fuel tanks again. Our big fuel tank this time. Big old orange. With engines. What I want is not the Wolfhound, not the Skipper. Where's my Poodle? Poodle. There you go, the Poodle. The Poodle right there. Alright. So, Delta V on Kerbin. Show all. Thrust weight ratio is too small for really anything right now. But what I'm planning on doing now is highest Delta V. Structural first. Let's strut these things to that thing, as well as these things to that thing, as well as these things to that thing. Exactly like that. Okay, so strut it up. What I'm going to do now is, this is going to be my orbital and two orbital and two you know what? Let's do just onion staging instead, or asparagus staging instead. So I'm going to orbital and mun insertion stage. So sets into 2 like that. Engines. Command and control. Aerodynamics. So I need, where are you? $3,400. Between these two stages, I'm going to need 42 60 at least to get to Mund's orbital height. Already where I wanted to be. Which with this I have 2,000 right there, so a little less than halfway there. If I do this and copy these, okay, and do that, and do that, and then let's see, these ones are the second ones to go. Oh, those are the first ones to go. So fuel tanks. If we do this from there to there, that gives me 2,800. And from there to there gives me 2,800, 2,900 now. Which is not enough to get even to orbit. Let's see what happens when I do this. Let's see, where are you? So now this gives me 2,100 meters per second. So no. Let's see if I do. Sorry. So that gives me now 23, 24, 3,200 meters per second. And then if I do this, get rid of that. ,3,600 meters per second. Alright, let me remove these fuel lines for now and add this is asparagus setup into sets of 6 instead of 4. That's set up for a set of 8, not a set of 4, a 6. here has to come there. So now that is that one, and then that one, and then that one. And now what we're going to have to do is move this one down to right there, and this one right here. Needs to move down to right there. Now this one right here needs to move right there, and then needs to rotate to right there. Okay. And then we'll move all the rockets further down to there, up a little bit more to there, and to there. Alright, show all. We have a on Kerbin, a 3.39 TWR. And then if we go fuel tanks, fuel lines, and move from, I think, here is going to be the last one to decouple. So that one goes straight into the fuel tank. And then it's going to be that one, and then that one. So now fuel line running from there to there, and then from there to there. So now this puts us at 35, 43, 45, 6, 7, 4,800, which is enough to get where I want to go. This is where I want to be. Okay. Just strut everything up so it doesn't explode on us when we try to do anything. But there we go. This craft should make it all the way up to orbit. After getting to orbit, getting to a MUN orbit, hopefully getting on a collision course with the MUN so I can, you know, do a couple of these. And yeah, be on my way. Alright, let's get those, and then the shroud expands out, releasing these 5 engines. 5 engines have enough Delta V to head on out and land on the Mun, and take off from the Mun, releasing these, and then heading on back. Alright, that's what I like to see. Alright, so we're going to save this craft, and then we're going to launch it. And we're going to try, I just realized I messed up, but I didn't put any action groups out for the stuff. But it doesn't really matter. We'll get it where it needs to go. I don't need action groups to expand solar panels. It should be strutted up enough where it's not going to wibble wobble and cause issues. Look at that, look at that. No real issues right now. Delta V, show all. Let me see my thrust to weight ratio of 3. So, if it's 3, I should be about right there when I need it. Okay, and let's launch all the engines. Look at that. Moving up very. Alright. Start our gravity turn. Prograde. Those guys are gone. No. What's going on? Oh. Why did it do that? I had these engines set up a certain way so they wouldn't be touching like that. Oh no. Revert flight to vehicle assembly. I'll be able to throw action groups. Well, one action group onto it then. I'm going to need to create a booster. A legitimate, just straight up booster. Alright, let's rotate this one right here, and let's go that way a little bit. Action group 1 is going to be solar panels, and And this antenna. Sets of 3. Antenna in a set of 1. And take 2. So what happened was we were doing perfectly fine, but the rockets collided into each other. And they ran out of fuel. As we are climbing, we are slowly increasing our thrust, and then we are going to go to prograde and hold in prograde. So we are slowly increasing our thrust. That's better. Stability assist now right here. Those two are going away. No, 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 no. Don't you dare, 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 don't you dare. And it dared. Alright, I did too aggressive of a gravity assist. We were too low when we released to our second stage. So too aggressive a gravity assist at that time. That's fine. We do what we need to do. We learn. We live and we learn. A good enough gravity assist is going to help you tilt over just far enough to where by the time you're reaching prograde at the horizon line, you are circularizing your orbit. And coming down here. Now we are just slightly going right there, picking up a little bit more speed. Holding right here, a little bit more speed. The speed while trying to keep it basically in prograde, but not completely in prograde. Then before we actually get to a releasing, we go to get to prograde. So we don't destroy parts of our rocket. Stability assist. Now, well, actually, I should be good enough to keep right where I'm at. Keep on going up. Holding prograde. Oh, yeah, this is not going to be anywhere near too steep a gravity assist. For the simple reason of, as I'm holding prograde, I'm above the 45-degree angle, so I might be a little bit shallow, honestly, for a gravity assist. Slowly increasing in thrust. Maxed out thrust. Still pointing prograde. Following this around. Kilometers, and we're just going to follow prograde. at that. We still have 600 meters per second in this stage. And once we get up to 60 kilometers, I should be good enough to deploy my solar panels. You know, I'm going to wait a little bit longer. So I only have one set of these solar panels. I don't want them to break. So I'm going to wait till we're actually at 70 kilometers. Solar panels and radios deployed. And then we're going to time warp up to our apparatuses. 26 seconds away. Exiting time warp mode. So at 18 seconds prior, we'll auto saving. I hate you. 18 seconds prior, we split them off because that's how much burn time was left in these. Wow. And using this little stage right here, it's going to circularize us. Stability assist, just get our periapsis up. Let's see. Honestly, I can probably point prograde right now and aim and get right on a MUN trajectory. At 70 kilometers means we're in orbit, and set as target. Add maneuver there. should get us right there. And yep. Alright, so let's focus view on the Mun. Let's go to this maneuver. And let's move it. Let's move it closer and closer and closer until we have that. Now let's try to save some delta V by going retrograde. We should pull it out some. And then move it closer. And then I hate you, autosave. Save some delta V. And then yep. That'll work. Okay then. What we're gonna do is we're gonna hold prograde. And we will warp, we will speed up a little bit. And we'll warp to the next maneuver. Because we have 1 minute, 25 seconds of burn time. So 42 seconds prior. So we'll start our burn. Now this still says I have 80 seconds left, which says here, wait a second, 80 seconds plus the other engine's burn time. It's saying I don't have enough delta V because it's not calculating this delta V at all, but I definitely have enough delta V. Hey, I'm flying over the Kerbal Space Center right now. My burn. Hi, Kerbal Space Center. Still see it from there. We're on low orbit. Those things really mess with my delta V. Oh, yeah. It's really messed with it, saying that I don't have enough meters per second delta V right here. You serious? Alright, so what's going to happen now is once I hit a minute, you know what? I'm already past it. So let's go ahead and come here and click on this maneuver. Go next maneuver. Retrograde it out a lot. Because I don't need that much in delta V. And let's see now. Is it going to... Oh man, it completely did a whole 180 on us. Right there. So let's see. Yeah, I got so much fuel in this stage. The stupid thing didn't know how to calculate my delta V with this stage right here. So look at that. That's all the fuel I burned for this stage. I can easily make it to a... Alright. So what I'm going to do now is warp's next maneuver. Okay. Hold prograde still. And burn for 2 minutes. So as soon as we get to our prograde marker, we will start burning again. And whatever time it's at, we will burn. Wait, this thing has a lot of delta V. I mean a lot of it, too. Like it says I only have 19 meters per second, but nah. It also says I only need to burn for 10 seconds. But nah, look at all that. Amazing delta V I got it. Liquid fuel I've gotten there. Oh, I see what's happening. I don't know why in the world this stuff is doing this, but for some reason, even though I had a decoupler down here, this stuff was taking from these stages. Alright, so let's go ahead and that's not what I wanted to do. Into this fuel tank right here. Go in. Fill that stuff up. Into this fuel tank right here. Oh, wrong one. Go in and fill these things up. So it's like I should have had a lot more delta V there. And for whatever reason, this decoupler right here did not want to work. We'll figure that out. Let's go in here. Actually, I have a better way to do this. Let's hit stop and stop. Let's go out from here, and that should easily fill it up a lot quicker. Honestly, if I do this, I'm going to do this right here, and then do this one right here. Should be able to do out, and then out with all of them. So they're all filling up. I have no clue why it was doing that and taking from these tanks. None whatsoever. I don't want to see you anymore. Out. Out. But still, it's a lot more Delta V than is actually there. Quick saving bastard. Alright. So let's make sure all of my fuel tanks are empty, are full. So you, and you all are full. Okay, now let's go ahead and grab this one right here. Next maneuver. And retrograde it a lot. And move it that way. And go out. Prograde right there. Alright. It is saying at 1 minute 25 seconds, which means 55 seconds. Not 55. 42 seconds is when the next maneuver node is going to be. So warp next maneuver, holding prograde, and 44 seconds prior. Or 42 seconds prior, we'll start burning at prograde. This thing was using all the fuel. Why, I don't know. What I do know is I have enough Delta V to get to a Mun orbit. Or a Mun encounter. Actually, honestly, I could probably get to a Mun orbit with this stage. How much does it take to get to orbit? 310. I still have... No, I'm not going to have it. I should have just enough, honestly, to get to him on orbit. Alright, 315. Just enough to get to him on orbit. We'll post retrograde. We'll begin our time warp. And then we will warp. Oh, there. I don't know what's going on right now. Why is it freaking out like that? And then warp there. We'll point retrograde and burn. So now we are going to look at advanced orbital. Let's go ahead and go right about here. Add maneuver there. Oh, normal, 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 normal. And retrograde. I have what? 208 meters per second. And, oh. Burn normal, so I have there. Burn retrograde until about right there. 18, oh. 18.7, 18.6, 18.7. Alright, let's go ahead and move it. Oh, other direction. .5. And let's go ahead and go to 194 meters per second right there. And what's that, 42 seconds? So let's go ahead and move this craft to right here. So 21 seconds prior, we'll start burning right at where we're at. And then that way we will be within our meters per second to get to a burn that will allow us to, well, deorbit this lower stage. Autosave, I hate you. Okay, that should give me good enough where I should be able to. Periapsis of what, 151,000? And how much do I have? 14. Negative 14. Well, negative 14 is not going to give me enough, but I know a way I can do this. Alright. So 7 seconds is about what I have, so 7 seconds, well, 3.5 seconds prior to our apoapsis. It's about 3, once it hits 3, we'll start burning. Periapsis of what? 60,000. So now what we're going to do is going to point radial out. Like this. Oh, a little too far. Alright. Turn on docking mode, turn on RCS, and we want to, yeah, like that. 59,000 meters. Oh, straight up just left. 7,000 meters. You know what? I'm getting too angry with this. So we're just gonna do this. We're gonna deploy the shroud and everything, pointing prograde. Go back to staging mode, then this. Then alright, now I gotta reactivate all my fuel tanks and whatnot. Hold on now. Why aren't you? What do I know? Oh, anyway. Looks like we're gonna be landing this craft with this engine on here. I thought I put a decoupler on there. I guess it's not working. Anyway, let's figure this out. We'll get to right here, warp here, point retrograde. We'll get this done. I have 2,100 meters per second. I need 1,600 meters per second. Alright, yeah, this isn't going to work. So revert flight to vehicle assembly. That stupid decoupler messed everything up. How am I going to do this better? I guess I could get rid of the shroud, put a decoupler on underneath that engine. Or put a shroud underneath and then a decoupler beneath that. Alright, I'm gonna figure this out. And that is why that's better. Decoupler is actually connected to the. This is actually connected to the decoupler, not to the shroud. Alright, that should be much better now. Alright, let's retry this again now that it's set up like this. Launch. That's much better. Take 3. Alright, so now, let's see now. I like how it still says 3.11. So, right there should be good enough. But surely doing stuff, because that is what we all do. empty turn, which I think I did pretty decently now, all considering. At 100 kilometers height. Once we get up to 70,000, I'll deploy solar panels. But now, if I did that thing right, these things should all still have fuel in them. They do. No fuel was lost. Well, except for these ones, because I wanted fuel to be lost in those ones. I think that gravity turn went better than I expected. I probably didn't need to have it full throttle, and it would have been a more efficient one. I got 13 seconds left in this, so about 13 seconds prior we'll finish the burn. Alright, so solar panels and stuff. Get these solar panels out. Auto saving. Alright, speed up to much better now. And we're just circularizing, or getting into an orbit right now. But what I can do now is set as target. Definitely have enough to get to orbit. I kind of want to play this with realism overhaul, but that's on a computer only. And there we go. Still have 1,000 meters per second to go. And let's go ahead and at our descending node, we'll add a maneuver. That is going to put us on a course collision. And bring our descending node. Quit auto-saving. I want to turn auto-save off, honestly. If I can. Actually, I might be able to. Alright, so 3 minutes there. So 3 minutes, 34 seconds gives me 1 minute, 45 seconds prior. We'll start burning prograde. 1 minute, 45 seconds prior. Once that hits about 2:30, I'll time warp all the way back down. One minute 47 seconds. 5, 3. Get over to prograde. So 2 minutes. It's 1 minute 47 seconds prior. We'll start our burn. Oh man. Yep. Oh, there's the Kerbal Space Center coming into view already again. Oh man, it's flooded right now. The Kerbal Space Center is flooded. Not really, but it just looks that way from space. And your island runway is right there. We're just burning still. Burning till I get my encounter. For a collision course. And right there is about an equatorial, about as an equatorial orbit as I'm going to get right there. Alright, so if I add a maneuver right here to go prograde, quick auto saving. Prograde by 106 meters per second. Absolute minimum is going to be the periapsis of 300 meters, 78 meters per second. So all the more I need. Warp's next maneuver. So 8 seconds prior. About 8 seconds prior, I will. Ten, 9, and 8 seconds prior. Start this burn. Point this back retrograde with a periapsis of what? Periapsis is colliding with right now. That's what I want. And then we are going to do that. Ourselves a periapsis of 15,000 meters. Look at that. Now that thing is flying away from us and will crash into the lunar surface. Let's warp there. Point retrograde. Man, we are moving fast right now. Our landing gear's out. I'll need to kill off 400 meters per second, which gives us more than enough delta V to land with this stage. Which is what I want. Look at that. There went our Mun base. This is your recovery vessel, Jebediah. About 10 seconds prior, we'll burn retrograde. I just realized we're rotating against the Mun's orbit. No, we're rotating with 0.270. So now we are going to warp again to right there. Burn retrograde until we have about a 12,000 meter across. Burn prograde a little bit. I don't want to land just yet. So I want to set this Mun base as the target. $17 and 10. Alright, so now if I add a maneuver right there to burn retrograde, and then they'll be right there. I will go anti-normal. Go prograde a little bit. Anti-normal a little bit more. Descending node of 0.46. Retrograde. 35 seconds, so 15, 17 seconds prior. Stability assist. To right there. Warp to next maneuver. I do not want to be towards target. Prograde out. Come on. Quit auto-saving all the fucking time. To about right there. Go a little bit normal right now. Sitting node is now 1.9 of 1.7, but right there should be fine. And now we have 11 seconds prior. We're going to burn. retrograde now. And then, where are we at? 348. It's gonna take 40 seconds. So I'm gonna quick save right now. Save game as, quick save, yes. Everyone but the scientist is heading away. Honestly, this craft right here could have been the one that went to Eve. Because it's going to be recovering all the Kerbals anyway. Has the right size. Doesn't need the landing legs for the Eve one though. So I could just make this one the Eve one instead of using the Mark III parts. Things. bases. Where are you, bases? You'll see bases. Bases. Switch to Mun base 1.